So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again, for sharing some moments, some time with me and Christian. He's actually here today. He's pretending to work. He's pretending so hard. I'm almost convinced at this point. I'm almost convinced. Hasn't looked at his screen once. I'm just pretending. I'm just like imagining him, like dragging his mouse like over the screen and then pressing 1, 2, 3, and then moving his mouse across the screen again. That's totally only what he's doing. Surely fighting actual demons in the realm of gold. Are you winning at least, dude?
Sorry, no.
He's not winning. It's the worst. Joy Beef and Shannon, thank you for joining me, friends. How are you doing? How's life treating you? I think today might be a little bit more of a calm day, where we'll actually get to have some conversations. The last 2 days have been distracted, to say the least. If you're having a hello to you, Jose! Gateway process. I've been thinking about you more than I would like to. Could say it that way. Like every single time I see myself in the mirror now, my mind is like, "Are you gonna cut your hair?" Gateway had this sinister, almost like witchy-esque prediction. It was like, "Oh, your hair might get cut soon." And then I come to Christian's place and he's rocking this cool do, and now my mind is like, but I feel like I'm reaching a point where I actually don't want to do it. I don't know if that's bad. I'm fighting it. I'm like actually fighting it now, gateway process. I want you to be right, but also for some reason I want you to be wrong. Gateway, thank you again, friend. It's so nice to have you here too, Brother Joe. Thank you for joining us, Jack. Swiggity smoothie, adding to that loving moody. Thank you for joining us, Toast the Lust. How are you doing, Brother Bam? I need to start reaching out to you, friends, and actually getting the plans set. That's the next objective. I did it. The online store thing is done. Oh, I mean, I still have a bunch of products to add, but it is. There's now things in the universe that can be purchased that has my artwork on it, which I'm kind of chuffed about. I'm like, yeah, it was giving me brain damage doing it. I would like, I say to Christian, like, this is killing me, dude. And he walks around the corner to see on my screen, and I'm cropping things. I'm just like cropping things so they can look aesthetic or whatever. And I'm like, yes, the brain damage. So with brain. We're doing it though. We're doing it. So the next thing's next. We have to get the plans sorted. I have to go and get my interview at some point. And the longer you wait, the more stress you have. So I don't really want to wait. Kurt, it's nice to have you here today, friend. So much love to you. Hair grows back. This is true. This is the truth. Hair does grow back. For some reason, I have it in my mind that when I want to cut my hair, I'm just gonna shave everything off, just go completely monk level 5,000 with it or something. I'm on mute though, because I'm also in my managerial accounting class, but the vibes are still immaculate. There we go. I'm sure you can understand that, even if you're completely on mute. Love you, dear friend. Thank you, Joy V. That's exciting about your store, Mel. Thank you, Joy V. I'm chuffed. I'm like, okay, good. This thing that I've been postponing for actual months that I could have done months ago. I'm like, yes, done. I named it Mind Melting Flowers. I think that's the storefront name, Mind Melting Flowers. And I'm gonna create a bunch of things under that archetype. Hopefully it's okay. Like the biggest thing that I don't really know is what is desirable right now, marketable, what do people want, But I guess that's a process as well. Wants, maybe we'll set that as our intention. I feel like that's a little bit. There was this line from something me and Christian watched today, where these people were looking at these captain level entities, like absolute gangsters, really powerful. And they were like, what? Are none of these guys normal? And my instant response to that was, is you don't become extraordinary by being normal. All right? So, you have to want to be extraordinary. But weirdly enough, you have to also want to be yourself more than you want to be normal, right? Normal is it's pretty done. You know, I had this genuine thought after our podcast or the stream on the BCI's 666 stream, thinking about how for the last 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 10,000 years, the mode of consciousness, the mode of living we had as human beings were one way, you know, normal, to say it in such a way. And I feel we're entering a pretty extraordinary age when it comes to our human evolution, when it comes to the things we'll probably be doing, when it comes to the lessons we'll be learning, you know, and it's going to be up to us to create the most of it. It's going to be up to you to allow yourself to be extraordinary instead of normal. Normal for what? To fit in, to be accepted. The thing is, would you want to be accepted for something you're not? Because then you're never really accepted for the thing you were in the first place. What do you think, Christian? Do you think that acceptance is worthy or valuable to be accepted for something that you're not?
It's a false kind of acceptance.
You still feel accepted though, right? But if you're smart enough, you're probably...
if you're capable of brainwashing yourself to such an extent where you can feel acceptance to the degree where it doesn't feel false, then you truly are a psychopath, sir.
Suddenly the horrors of reality, dude, flash in front of my eyes. These are the runes that we decided to put on as well. What's the shop name again? Mind Melting Flowers, I believe. Should probably just say something easier. Send me link, please. I need a coffee table book. Okay, so... There's plans for that as well. There's this website called Redbubble that I believe Jovan recommended I should check out. So that's gonna be probably what I spend my time on tomorrow, is I'm gonna do more. I'm just gonna be doing this thing I'm doing every single day for like the month, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the month. We'll see how things progress. I'll probably have some data to work with, readjust, respecialize. You wanna sit next to me? Hold my hand.
Fine, talk me into it.
Second. So like, and I believe they actually make proper ones, Toasty. I believe maybe like I'm using Printful as my fulfillment agent right now, I guess you can say. But I think they might have some coffee books as well.
Oh.
Do it properly. There we go.
Oh, this wall is nice and cool.
It is nice, right? I'm actually like using it as a heat sink, dude.
This is nice.
Pulling energy out of you.
Wow.
You wanna share your thoughts on being extraordinary, Christian? How does one be extraordinary, dude?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of it is ambition. It's actually... So there are 2 points of perspectives. It's either you are so bloody frustrated with something, you're so annoyed and uncomfortable with something that you will literally do anything to change it.
Yeah.
Like you
refuse.
You will take the classes, you will do the training, you will push the boundaries, you will go through the pain just to have it stop. And that's like one form of ambition. Could be discomfort that's leading you forward, or it can be like... Well, generally, it is discomfort, actually. It's like you're just so annoyed that this isn't a reality that you're gonna fucking make it a reality.
Like,
or you're driven. I suppose it can be a discomfort in the sense of you wanting comfort for something else. that causes a discomfort in you that then forces you to go out and make that other thing comfortable. For
I
someone
wrote-
else. Like trying to save starving children.
Yeah.
Like you're so annoyed by the fact that kids are
things
starving
happen.
out there that you know you realize this problem, you're gonna go and you're gonna fix it. It was actually, again, it goes back to the podcast we had with Teddy, that other lady,
Yeah, Teddy from
Viking Queen or something.
that's her username.
Yeah. He basically describes that if you want to see change happen in your life, or if you want to achieve something, get so
Uncomfortable
uncomfortable
that you
with not
refuse that it
achieving
stays the same. It's good advice, dude. I'm looking for a thing we're saying about desire, dude. Like when you mentioned wants, dude. Like you can either be so uncomfortable that you have to change it, or you can desire something so much that not having it becomes the uncomfortability in and of itself. And like there's this fear we have around desire in our current society, dude. Like we're not allowed to want things. You know, that wanting things in itself means that you don't have enough for yada yada yada. If I can find it, John.
I think it's okay to want things if you understand the good things shouldn't be easy to get.
Yeah. This is one of them, dude. My desire is to know the truth that can set all of mankind free. Like, again, coming to the thing of what does you want, dude? Setting mankind free is like feeding children, dude. If that isn't freedom, I don't know what is.
I think that's something I find quite disturbing about our species. You know, it's like we're quite aware that we're harming so much shit out there, and yet we relish in things like the Oscars and
I
we
mean,
like Cardi B. No offense to Cardi B and her fans, obviously. It's just that I'm not seeing phenomenal influence from those people, if that makes sense. What I'm talking is, it's like we worship these supposed
glamorized
glamorized
ideas.
heroes, but what are they doing that's actually heroic?
Here's one of the ones I want.
You know, I've heard of other celebrities that are trying to do some things, like Morgan Freeman and his bee farms.
Question you have to ask, dude. What is it I most desire? I desire to house, feed, and change the world. For you are always creating what you desire. So what you desire is of utmost importance. Just think about that, right? Like the thing you desire, you can have it. But realize that that's the way it is. And in that way, what you want is very important.
I think desire is such a luxurious space, honestly. It's more like what you need that comes first.
I mean, I feel that. But as soon as your needs are taken care of, desire takes precedence.
It's amazing to see how ambitious and driven people become when they're working towards something they need.
Yeah.
Be it housing, be it food.
You know what's interesting to me, dude, is this mentality of if you have to get money for someone else, yes, you can make plans, dude. You can really make plans to get that figured out. But as soon as you have to do it for yourself, it's almost like that ambition goes away as well, dude. Again, you know, like this needs to happen, there's no other way. And then if you want it to happen for yourself, it's significantly harder. We were talking as well, you know, like how do you properly motivate someone? Can you friends give us some tips? How do you properly motivate someone?
Well, based on history, there are two ways to motivate. There's the reward system and then there's the fear system. So we like achieving things. You can see it through gamification and software as well. It's like people, even if you just give them like a little badge on their profile.
The tickets that you're doing right now is the same, bro.
Exactly. It's a little badge on your profile, it's like a virtual medal almost. You know, it feels like a reward system. You get a flood of dopamine from it for some reason.
Pixels on the screen.
Whereas the fear system is also quite effective. It's just proven to not be as long lasting.
As loyal is the thing that I've
Longevity wise.
Yeah, I was like, huh. Like you can maybe buy action with fear, but you can't buy loyalty.
You
with
can
fear.
bet your ass you might achieve several great things through fear. But the second that person that is in fear gets the opportunity to screw you in one way or another, and they're not gonna hesitate, dude. If they can get away with it and screw you, they're not gonna
They're
hesitate.
gonna do it more.
That's a very risky situation. That's even why, like, Machiavelli writes about, if you want to rule the people, you're gonna have to be a liar, bro. You have to lie. You're gonna have to keep people happy and make it seem like you're a wonderful, generous leader. Meanwhile, you're murdering people and doing whatever is necessary to stay in power, bro. But the masses don't need to know that. You're just a sovereign, welcoming, awesome ruler.
I feel
Everyone
like
gets along with
in
it.
our day and age, dude, there's this whole kind of like mental experiment that went into explaining that in this world, through every mirror, you can ask to see anyone, and you can like basically see into their lives, no matter who they are, and they can see into anyone's life. So privacy completely disappears in that universe, and then it becomes a completely just and calm society.
See, the
Because-
lack of privacy makes sense if there was complete and open honesty between everyone. Problem is that for some reason into freedom. You know, you should have the freedom to lie if you want to freaking lie.
Bro, like I'm thinking.
that is freedom.
When I think about privacy, for some reason my mind tries to put it into scale, dude. Whereas like you're existing somewhere on an infinitesimally small speck, and we know where you are. Like we so know where you are, right? Like in that way, privacy doesn't exist in my brain at this point, dude. You know, now they've just gone as far as to like track your IP as well, you know, like every single time you hop off of a tower, they location track you. They're like, yes, we know exactly where on the planet you are as well now. And you can think of it as bad, but also it is a service, dude. Like if you need to find a hospital right now because you just, you know, stapled your fingers together or whatever.
It's pretty easy to get off the grid as well, though.
It's true.
Just
Leave
ditch
your phone,
phone.
yeah, and move into the jungle somewhere, you know. Live
Ditch
in
your
a
phone. You're an
matter of-
organic specimen of life. It'll be difficult for them to track you that way. That's gonna be a major advantage in future, actually, for those that are planning to stay organics. I'm using cyberpunk terms here. Everyone else that's gonna get a cyber implant, you're gonna have some fucking tracking chip in it all as well.
Dude, you're on planet Earth, man. You know, and like I was really thinking about we watched this interesting video on coding yesterday, where they were talking about trying to predict the weather and the whole butterfly effect. Like it's impossible to predict the weather because a butterfly on the other side of the world, you know, can flap its wings and create tsunamis on the other side of it, or whatever. So like the only way to be able to really render the weather perfectly is if you could render every single instance of every single being at all times. And that's a lot of information, dude.
That's
Like NVIDIA-
That's just called life.
NVIDIA is already doing it with their second Earth models.
The
Have you seen
problem,
that
yeah,
stuff?
even if you could do that, try predict what would happen in that data set.
That's also the other thing, dude. Yes,
What-
I
do you
mean,
think you can
like
predict how a butterfly is gonna
there was a
act?
dude who was like talking about this demon, right? That knows every position of every atom right now. And if you know every position of every atom, you can technically determine what happened in the past and what's going to happen in the future from any single moment. So that's all we have to know, dude, is the position of every single atom in the universe.
Toads, bro.
Just that.
That's just it.
That's the only thing we need to do.
Atom, including their electrons.
That's
You
true
can't
as
even
well.
do for a single atom.
I don't know about that name. What does Christian think? What were we sharing? Do you know? You
Bro,
remember?
you go down, bro. Go down. Down.
I'm gonna go down more. Hey, Eden is here too. Sending so much love to you in the little fruit cup. Thank you for joining us. I'm having tacos with Kugel. With Kugel today. You know what Kugel is? A sauce.
I have no idea.
I love myself some Kugel. My brain doesn't even.
Kugel.
You want some Kugel with that? Hey, thanks for being present in the space. Lolo, thank you, friend, for being present here with us. Eden, so much love to you. No, you. I think I found the shop melt. It looks great. There's only 2 items right now, right? I surely would have been able to do it much more, but Christian was so adamant in distracting me. Takes all of the blame. It's like here, puts it right here.
I will attest to that. I did distract.
No, because it's a process, dude. It's gonna take some time.
Bro, why are you
No,
rushing?
but-
You got like 70,000 years left.
That's true. That is true. And I did like for me the thing is as well. I would like to go much more elaborate with the things that I'm trying to do right now. So maybe this is just the way that it has to start. Would I want to be accepted for something I'm not? Hmm. You know, would you want to be extraordinary not being yourself, or be unextraordinary being yourself? And another one, kind of like in the same vein. Can you put the link here, Shan? Thank you, Joey, a few friends. Okay, like there's not all of the items that you might want just yet. Do let me know. Let me know about stuff that you think would be great. Like maybe a cup, maybe like he said shirts as well. I already had a shirt on the way.
I think it would look so rad as a shirt. Or even a tablecloth. A tablecloth might be a dope one.
like tapestries type of stuff as well, right?
Curtains.
Curtains, shower curtains. You can actually make
Shower
those as well.
curtains.
Yeah, dude, this is freaking psychedelic. Imagine tripping balls, dude, with that shower curtain. You're like, I am in another universe right now. The intentions are wants and ambition. As soon as you said ambition, I was like, yes, that's the one.
Our teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared. You know that's only the second top Disney villain song
The Be Prepared one.
by Scar.
What's the first one?
Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Ah, interesting. That was a creepy one, dude.
It was a bit creepy.
One of my favorites is, technically it's a villain song. It's the Bare Necessities one, dude.
That's not a villain song.
No, not that one. Sorry, the Ooby Doo one. Ooby Doo. I wanna be like you.
The Ooby Doos one.
I wanna walk like you, talk like you. It's true. Oh, Ooby Doo.
Ooby Doo.
I wanna be like you.
Calm down.
I wanna walk like you, talk like you. It's true. That's my favorite bad guy song, dude.
I did see a hello there somewhere in the chats. Hi as well.
Hello to you, dear friends. Look at those mops. Look at it, dude. He actually
Mops.
tied his up. Did you tie yours up while you came and sat down?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too much, bro. The ears need air.
We accept you for you, Lolo. Thank you, Joy V. What do you accept me for, friends? Just for your presence, The fact that you're here is what we accept, right? Oh, here's our friend. We accept this. Nothing more needs to be done. You are here and we accept you for that. So much love to you, friend. I'm jelly of them curls. They're not they're not all they're made out to be.
They're not that great.
No.
I'll let you know that much.
Yeah.
Everything comes with a balance. You ever ripped a clump of hair out of your head? Like, because you had no other choice?
You realize that there's no untangling this mess.
It's a literal dreadlock. Holy hell.
There's nothing to do other than just you just hear things snap.
And you try. You can put in hours.
Could you get a perm jump? And it's true. It's true. You can definitely do it. Aiming at that Gens broccoli cut, Joy. Gens broccoli cut. Is that a Naruto reference? Do you know who Gens is?
I may be an anime connoisseur, but I don't dive that deep. I have no idea who Gens is.
I'm also bad with names, dude.
Gen Z broccoli cut.
Maybe
that's what
it's
they were
Gen
saying.
Z broccoli cut, yeah. I think that might actually be it. That's awesome. The awesome is just doubled. And these girls are days. Your friends are flattering us. Thank you for the love. Thank you, dear Shan. I have shoulder length, straight hair. A perm on me makes me laugh to think about. Maybe like a day long perm. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's gonna be your new look. Christian forgot Inception.
I did?
You did? I mean, if you did,
Toasty the most.
if you remembered Inception, it wouldn't be Inception, right? So yes, you got incepted, Christian. Thank you, brother Kyle. What's the carrot? You have to find their carrot in order to motivate. What is our friend's carrot, Owen?
Oh,
Money?
most of the time, the greatest motivational factor is actually love. People really, really want to feel loved.
That's true.
Like,
Really badly. I mean, I think that's why Vessel started exercising. No, dude.
Vessel started exercising.
A little bit. Not-
Yo, bro, from the two Jacket brothers that he has, man, I'm not surprised. That's inevitable.
It took him a while, dude.
You
He
guys
was really fighting us on it. You ever tired sometimes, though, and feel like you want to melt less?
A day is yet to come where I've seen that happen.
Yeah, it seems
There was one day.
the day I was sick.
Yes, that is the one day
I still showed up though.
you got defeated, motherfucker.
I still showed up. I went for a nap.
I finally got him to have such an expression of just morbid fatigue, where he was practically begging me, like, dude, please just stop.
You need to stop,
Please.
please.
I've never seen such
Love you.
misery.
And you know, I got up from that point. I literally got up from that. I went, going slept. I woke up when I showed up in stream.
Oh, it's when we had COVID, bro.
It was when we had COVID.
Oh.
That was not a vibe, you know.
Woo.
Very much not a vibe. So, like, with this friend that I'm thinking about particularly right now, I'm thinking capital is a great investment or a great carrot for him. And you know, and you can basically talk to him about how staying healthy and exercising could save him gang cash, dude, or a lot of money. It's like him investing in the highest stock, the best crypto he could, actually.
Being healthy is a very, very difficult thing to do, especially currently because everything processed is far more accessible than, you know, the natural stuff.
Infinitely, dude. More than we've ever had access to anything, literally.
So it's a lot of effort that you need to put in this day and age, which is kind of necessary if you want to lead a good life. I mean, or you just deal with the consequences. Like one way or another, you're gonna die one day. Do whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
want.
if you are enjoying life, then can someone really say anything about it?
Obviously, some of us would just, from our perspectives, from living both sides of the coin, would recommend trying for you to live healthier simply because it does feel better. Yeah,
It feels
it's
good.
freaking effort, man, but effort always pays off. Hard work always pays off. Yeah, it might seem frustrating, like you're fighting an uphill battle where you put in so many bloody hours and the progress seems so small, like you should have gone Super Saiyan at this point and yet you're still a plebeian human, but that's normal, all of us go through that. It's always a difficult battle with physical exercise.
We were talking yesterday about plateauing, and I think that's the craziest bummer with the exercise journeys, because you'll gain and you'll like make extreme results at the start of your journey, and then you'll just like hit a point where your DNA is like, yeah, this is what I can
This is
handle.
all you really need.
Yeah, this handle is for me like really need. Like this is what I need a day. This is what I use a day. This is how much I can sustain with the energy you give me. This is what you have right now, right? And again, I mentioned to this friend as well that instead of kind of being obsessed with looking a certain way, just get obsessed with getting strong. Just you, for yourself, stronger than you were yesterday. You know, and that
You
happens
should
on
not. You
levels.
should also not overdo it though, because there really is such a thing as well. I've known many people that have put in tremendous amounts of physical effort throughout their lives and have ended up very much with different problems in their older age, be it like varicose veins or shin splints or
Yeah.
arthritis or even muscle atrophy. in some
Like the biggest
cases.
thing that I've noticed in like my family circle is just messed up knees, dude.
Knees.
Very
Knees are a
messed
big
up
one,
knees.
very
dude.
common one.
Mm.
These are shitty ones, bro.
They're kind of badly made
I wish I had nicer knees.
from a biological perspective. Yeah,
The knees are, yo,
they do a lot, dude.
they scare me, bro. There are moments where I'm like, I really am in the middle of exercise and I just hear, I'm like, I mean, I feel
Transformer.
fine. It just sounds horrifying. It's almost like foreshadowing for the future. Oh,
Bruh, we'll get robo knees.
Robo
Robo knees
Robo
go.
my knees, bro. You're gonna get the ones with like studs out the front so we can
If you wanted to, you could flying.
flying
Kill
someone with your knees.
That's brutal, dude. I mean, if someone is getting your knees, you know, he's probably passed a few points of, you know, like trying to talk to one another. We have Merman here too, and we have Helios saying, question, who is your melted friend? You want to introduce yourself? This is... Welcome in! the wonderful, beautiful, godlike
Nah, shut your mouth.
poet
I'm Chris.
Christian
I'm
Yeneviev
I'm Chris.
Petroshenko.
Chris.
Please all arise
It's Christian.
and avert your
Are you
gaze. Do not look directly at
Shut up! Shit! Holy shit!
Dude, they have to go on for forever, dude. Like
No, it
people have
doesn't.
to already be like dying
No, it
inside
doesn't.
before the person arrives. Dude.
I'm just a friend.
He's a
I'm
beautiful
just
friend.
a calm, collected, peaceful friend.
He's welcomed me into his home.
A sane, normal human being.
I get to cook for him. He cooks. It's a beautiful dynamic. It's one I.
We are living life as it should be lived, in harmony and in calmness, in
Comedy.
gratitude, in comedy. Comedy is a big one. Fucking a fist bump for that. Comedy, in surprise, entertainment.
Like me and Christian can crack each other up. Like I think it's the extent of how far we're willing to go of our imagination and our ridiculousness. Like I can paint you a mental picture and you're like, I understand.
It's also just pushing the boundaries of what you would normally call sanity. The marks of an incredibly powerful person is to be able to devil in the insanity and still retain sanity when it is necessary.
Riding a wave, dude. They call that mania as well, man.
Probably mania, I suppose. That's why I haven't gone to a psychologist yet. I'm terrified of getting.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna recommend the S tier insane asylum for you. You just go in there and tell them to add the best straitjacket they have. You know,
I'm just terrified they put me in the PCP room.
The
or whatever
PCP room?
Or whatever the hell
The
else.
cushion room?
No. It's like special cases, like weird entities that aren't really from this world. Put me in there.
I mean, like, you know where my mind goes? I want to be put in that room because you're probably going to be amongst other
Imagine your
entities like
cellmate
that.
is Cthulhu. Bro.
Yes, exactly. Cthulhu is a cellmate. Imagine the conversations you would going to have. Wow, Cthulhu, that's horrific. You want to tell me about how people have treated you because of that?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Greg's here too. He's saying surgeries, dude. If you keep lifting too hard in your old age, your shoulders can't handle it. We were just talking about shoulders today as well.
Bruh, shoulders are. I've already got a popped shoulder, dude.
Dude, I feel...
Check. I literally have that like bump here. You see that? It's like if I hold it down, it's the bone is gone out of the socket, bro.
Oh,
it's
I
like
know
that,
what you mean.
It's like that perma now, dude. I went to the GP. He's like, yeah, it's common.
What happened to you?
Bench press.
Oh!
Bro, I'm a skinny man. I'm a skinny ass man. I don't have it in my genes to just be a massive fucking bulky ass
Did
motherfucker.
someone load you to heavy?
I was competing with a Cameroonian, bro.
You didn't compete.
Motherfucker.
The competitions, dude.
It pushes you, bro. Sometimes you forget your own limits, and so you're like, nah, I can do this. And then you do it, and then your body breaks, and you're like, I can't do this.
I can't do this, bro. And it's actually dangerous, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Too much is also a thing. It's a problem. You gotta be careful.
Greg's friends, stay safe, know your limits, push past them, but don't having pushed past your limits thinking they are your limits. I think that's where the danger comes in, right? Push your limits until you're like, limits, and then you push your limits. But if you just go beyond your limits and then you like die underneath it, that's not the way. Christian is badass, good team, you too. He is. He's a straight gangster. Like literally.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Gregs, for seeing it too. The real connection I found with a person is when you can just look at your buddy and talk without talking.
Oh my god.
I think that's the best thing, you know, like we can just give each other gazes, make meme sounds, shooting to crackhead energy instantly.
It's been a while since we've done that one.
That is true. Yeah, we've been a little bit less crackhead, a little bit more.
A little less crack.
We've been a little bit more what? A little bit more, I think, conserved, reserved, a little bit. Well-behaved boys. You know, you can take us to see your Christian grandma. She would be like, they're so nice.
That is true. You can.
They're so nice.
We are very nice.
We're nice when we want to be. Like I was thinking about this walking and putting some trash away. I was like, why is it? There's also this part of me that likes to provoke. You know, there is a part of me that pokes a little bit. It's like, There's something there, definitely is. And I mean, you can see it in the Monkey Kingdom as well. They like, pull dogs' tails.
It's the ew. I was this close to losing my shiznit with a taxi on the highway the other day, simply because it was just before the highway, just on the off ramp, and it's a red robot, and I just see this fucking plastic bowl get chucked out the back, bro. A packet covered, dirty, bro, covered in sauce and shit, on the side of the road.
The disrespect.
You know what I did, bro? Just pulled my car out, opened my door, took that thing, threw it inside, closed my fucking door, kept driving. Because I knew I can't do anything, bro.
Other than
Clean it up.
Yeah.
There was nothing else that could be done, realistically, that would have had a positive effect.
It did. It did, dude. Instead of like just being angry about the situation, you made the difference that you felt was unmade, right? Like it's almost like the whole chaos theory that we were talking about yesterday. Like if you didn't step in, like you see something chaos, you see disorder, and then you're like, oh, this is just how it is, I guess. Or you're like, yes, I am gonna create order again. Instantly. You collapse the 1 into the 0, dude. The 0 into the 1. Has to be a choice, man. And I feel the only thing we have to do now is have more people reach that point where they are willing to make the choice.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about seeing someone throw something out the window and you deciding to pick it up
instead
of being angry about it.
Shit.
And how, like, if enough of us can just reach that point in ourselves where we're willing to fix the problem as we see it happen. Like, how many does it take, dude? A percentage. 1% of the people that saw that, situation, saw the thing next to the road.
You guys should watch Klaus. Christmas is coming up.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's basically almost there.
So that's the same story, dude.
Klaus is an amazing.
You want to give that quote?
Story. I'll remember it now. One selfless act always begets another.
That's the one.
Or something along
Yeah, or inspires another.
Inspires another.
One selfless act always inspires another. You get to be that inspiration every single day.
I hope it inspires another and another and another, bro.
Dude, like I've seen these beautiful depictions of a businessman buying a little family with like a boy and a daughter and a grandma, like a birthday cake, or paying for their groceries in that day. And then this kid growing up, and doing the same thing for another family, creating this perpetual effect where in your worldview it's okay to help another person because you've helped and you've been helped. And you can either in this moment be like, I've never been helped before in my life, and this is the way things are, and then you continue through the world without helping anybody, keeping that world the way that it is, or you get to be the change. Create a new world.
Now try doing that in a place like England.
Dude, it can be done. You need to go and do it, bro.
It's so fucking weird in England, man.
The thing is, like, do you go out, though? You're probably gonna have to.
I'm probably gonna have to go out, dude.
You're gonna have to. We were talking today.
Initially, I have to make friends.
Yeah.
I cannot stay.
You need to go to music
alone.
festivals, dude.
No.
Make yourself some
Not
music
in
festival
England.
friends.
I'm not out to get stabbed.
You think you're gonna get stabbed? Dude,
Stabbed, not stabbed. Doesn't matter.
You're gonna be the Bulgarian.
I'll be
dude.
emotionally stabbed.
You're gonna be emotionally stabbed. You're gonna see things that's gonna emotionally stab you.
You see things that'll make me lose hope in humanity.
Oh, dude, I understand. But you could be the hope for humanity in the things that you see. Dude, again. You can do that.
It's just about not letting the corruption get to you guys.
You cannot
Good
be
luck.
extraordinary by being
Good luck,
normal.
all of you out there. I do hope you all have strong souls and are looking after yourselves.
I mean, these friends know. They know so much, dude. They're like, yeah, they're laughing at us, seeing us trying to figure it out. They're like, slapping us around a little bit. We have Uncle Becky here too. I've been holding off. I guess I'm getting a perm. Uncle Becky, you better send me all the photos. I want to see you like posing in sunsets, you know. I want to see you feeding deers, flexing, carrots. I want to see, I want to see all of it. My ability to generate money for others seems to come so early for me. For myself, I honestly feel that I will naturally receive the funds and the fundamentals that I require. You know, the thing that's coming to my mind, Brother Joel, is this feeling of, is it Brother Joel, Brother Jumping Jack, this this skill that you've gained, right, that you can manifest for other people. Just use it to do the same for yourself, right? Figure out your thing. Find what it is you love. Get good at that thing.
Like
Make it.
sleeping.
Yeah, you know, get really good at sleeping. Figure out the best way to sleep, what you should consume before you sleep. Do all of that research. You'll learn stuff from the universe, and then you'll make something that will condense this whole process, this whole fractal of your information into something that you can share with someone who's interested in the same thing. And in that way, you create the ripple effects that make the world a better place. You just have to keep doing it. And you're doing it, Jumping Jack. You're doing it, dear friend. I'm gonna motivate you with my voodoo wiggity boogities. Dude, we've been motivated by voodoo wiggity boogities. You know what it looks like to me? Almost like green goo tendriling out, you know, into this
When I
purple
first read
medium.
it, sorry, carry on.
No, that's just like the imagery that came to my mind, right? Like we've been.
When I
voodoo
first
right
read it,
now.
I thought it said wiggity booties, and I was like, yeah. And then, oh, wiggity boobities, boobities, boobies.
Boogities?
No.
Boogities. Wiggity boogities. Thank you, Brother Bear, for the love. You can perm your beard. I mean, it's already pretty much permed. You must perm beard too. It looks so fantastic. The universe will allow you to survive and thrive if your pathway is true. Constantly and consciously manifest abundance and comfort. There is abundance. There is universal balance. Absolutely. And we live in an infinite universe, right? Like, think about it. Like, all of the wealth that you could ever accrue is going to probably be on Earth, which is an infinitely small speck in an infinitely large universe, where there is tons, metric tons of gold. It's probably like a, you know, 2 planet sizes. Like, apparently that's how rare gold is, dude. You know, like in our galaxy, there's probably just 2 planets, full Earth planets of gold in our little galaxy. You know, so that, not technically, it's pretty rare, technically. But that's how much gold there is, right? And even
In the
that,
whole galaxy.
in our galaxy. I'm not sure about those facts, but you can go and check it out as well. It's significantly less than I actually thought it would be. It's pretty.
No.
Check it out, dude.
Can't
Go
be
and
the
Google.
whole freaking.
Go and Google for yourself.
Oh,
It's.
no, much left for it.
It really is such a small amount, man. Like it's like viscerally surprising. It's a cool thing to know. But the point I'm trying to make is that the abundance that you can think of isn't even remotely capable when it comes to the entire universe, right? And surely we wouldn't have as much access to the rest of the abundance in the universe as we would have on Earth, but you are experiencing all of it. What you're thinking, man. They only know if you carry a mobile. Complete and open honesty
Nah.
would cause unending wars.
Toasty Mosty is a bit like. Why aren't you reading the chat?
No more reading chats. I'm trying, Brother Bear. It's my attention is divided. You know, that's the way it's always been. It just happens to be a little bit more that way these days. Infinite pepperoni is possible. It's within your reach of an evening. Melty melts. Don't attempt to create too much order. Throw your own life into chaos.
Does this man look like an advocate of order to you?
I feel it's all chaos, dear friend. Like, you become the order.
Oh.
Right? We were having that conversation yesterday that this universe we're in is pretty chaotic. And the only reason we have the things we have is because we as human beings come together to make order out of the chaos. Has anyone seen Meltsworth in this suit before? No, none of you have. Probably won't anytime soon. I can't wait for my cyber implants. He's busy toys. Thank you for the love, Joy Vive. Harmonic weather manipulation is not a secret. I'm going to join Melt with my 2017 vintage. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a bottle of wine. That's the closest thing I can get to it. But it might be bottled mushrooms from 2019. I wouldn't be surprised.
Ask me not, sir. I have no knowledge in this realm.
Better be sparking up a joint. Please do, Brother Bay. Thank you for joining us. Let's make sure I say hi to our friends. Sam is here too. Chopin, Eden. So much love to you. Lolo. Griffin. Brother Joel's here too. Thank you for the love, friends. I took an engineering class called Bionic Humans about all the artificial replacements possible for us. Whew. I mean, at this moment, we have these.
At some point, I want to learn about that stuff. How that actually works. I don't know how I'm going to get there. What strings I'm going to have to pull to get into that department.
I mean,
But
dude, like Amazon is probably gonna have like a whole series.
if
of,
I get, let's not
get your bio implants at Amazon delivered
might
to
not
you.
get to Amazon level. Not maybe. We'll see how it goes. Point being that I would like to learn about how the robotics things work. That is something
Robotics?
that can really help a lot of people.
It's going to automate the jobs that actually hurt people, man.
Yeah.
Like there's this real understanding that if you create a version of a human that is perfectly replaceable, like you train that individual to do a certain set of things, and that's the only set of things that they can do. They specialize in only that. It creates an environment where you become attached egoically to your ability to thrive in that exact circumstance. And in a world where there's a bunch of specializers, and then especially robotics coming along as well, it's going to be soul crushing for an individual to feel this one thing that they, think they're the best at, or the thing that they can, do with such a proficiency that they can do it every day repetitively. It creates a narrative that you're this thing instead of this multifaceted being, right? Like, I feel that the fact that we can adapt as much as we can go to different environments, we can learn different languages. You speak 3 different languages. 4 3 different
Yeah,
languages,
3
like
well.
relatively well.
Relatively, not even, maybe 2.
Like, you can speak Afrikaans well enough for us to understand you, dude, which is, it's not even your base language, dude. It's a trip in
I have to put in
itself.
a lot of mental effort for that, though. I can literally feel my head steaming.
Like, the point I'm trying to make is we have this ability to adapt. That instead of like becoming completely a focused individual when it comes to only one thing, let yourself evolve ceaselessly.
It's okay to do different things in life.
It's okay to do different things.
The only problem is you're not going to get very far in the new thing you start. And that's all right as well. Be okay with being an amateur in new things.
Yeah.
But
Find something you love and allow yourself to do that every day, but don't let that be the only thing that you do, right? Again, kind of like touching on the topic of you can't be extraordinary by being normal. The normal thing to do right now
also, don't
is,
necessarily make what you love your job.
yeah, that's
You
also
could-
a big one.
You could start to hate it. I mean, something that you adore very, very much, and when you're forced to do it every day, it can become very tiring.
If it's something that you don't enjoy,
Sure.
and I feel like that is the biggest barrier to entry. Like, when it comes to something that I honestly believe that we should love, is, does it bring joy to your heart to do it? Does it inspire? Elio saying, Christiane Ellsworth, what are your thoughts on AI art? I'm very pro AI art. I believe it's going to be a medium of communication in a way that we've never been able to talk before, where the thing you're trying to do when saying words to someone is paint them a picture so that they can understand your point of view. And instead of just trying to do that with words, you'll actually just be able to do that, period. Right? And it's iterative, so you can like actually be like, yeah, this is about what I'm trying to say, instead of like actually until you get the point across. So what do you think, dear friend? Mel, can you speak some Afrikaans, please? Christian, die mense wil hê ons Afrikaans met mekaar praat. Sê vir hulle nee, of ietsie. Afrikaans praat met sê vir hulle nee.
Ek wil nie in Afrikaans praat nie.
Dankie, Christian. He says he doesn't want to speak in Afrikaans. I totally didn't coach him to say exactly that. No, that's not what happened. When I was speaking Afrikaans, I was like saying lovely things. The group understands. Thank you, Brother Joe. I appreciate you, friends, so much. Christian, I still have your Infinite Sum poem swimming around in my head. Really enjoyed it. You see that?
I'm very glad, man. I'm glad about that. I hope it's given you something to think about.
Like, would you say actually,
Something to consider.
Brother Joel, that he should like publish or something so that more people can have such an honor of having his poem ring in their heads? Huh? Wouldn't you say that? I would totally say that. You wouldn't believe me, Christian. Huh? If I can do it, so can you do. Just pressing buttons. That's not right. You hate pressing the buttons. I know, dude. I can do it for you. How about that?
I don't want you pressing the button.
I'll press freaking buttons for you.
I'll press my own buttons.
I'll also press buttons. We can't press the same buttons, right? I don't know if you've seen that
Oh, you guys?
NCIS video, dude, where
I'll consider it some point soon enough to open up something that will make it available for you online. There are a couple of them on Instagram right now, if people are curious, but
That's true. You wanna give them the tag?
We can leave it after the video if they're still interested.
Maybe like you can like type it out or something. I don't know if you can actually chat in my. No, I don't think you can. Hideo says hi to you, dear YouTube friends. Baptizing the joint before you light it can help it burn longer. I'm not that into baptizing in general. Like I feel it does help it, you know. You can baptize it with like you basically lick the joint full of spit, and it does in fact burn longer. But that is unaccustomed, at least for me. I don't know if you have ever been in a situation where that's just something that someone does in the environment and everybody is like,
Something that someone what does?
baptizes the joint.
Oh,
I don't know if that's what you mean though. Maybe they have to help it burn longer. I'm thinking added moisture.
I think it's the lighting.
Like lighting it?
Pre-lighting it a little. I don't know. That's my interpretation.
Might be. I've seen people baptize blunts to get them to stick it to themselves, bro, and it was too much. Or like my brain was like giving me so many. Cthulhu, did you move my phone charger again? I hold you not to touch my fucking stuff, Cthulhu. That's exactly what Cthulhu would say. Push the limit. Thank you, friends, for the love. We had some spam. Those, I recommend publishing. There we go. It's okay to be a jack of many trades. Better to be a master of some. It's not healthy to obsess over any, maybe. I think obsession begets this want for perfection, right? And then if it doesn't fall under what you believe is perfect, then it creates this sense of tension. Because now instead of doing this thing that you think it must be, you've done the opposite, imperfect. So it creates this extreme duality in yourself where you become obsessed with it. Realize that whatever is in the moment is what perfect is, right? We had a whole stream of that there is perfection in imperfection. That if you were only looking at perfectly symmetrical things all the time, that might get boring in and of itself. So having things a little bit off, a little skewed.
Always remain in the current. Do not stray.
It helps.
There is only disdain in the future and the past.
Right. I'm really thinking my rescue rabbit shelter. That sounds so cute. Bunny rescue. I mean, people get bunnies, they get big, and then they don't want them anymore. I'll be interested in reading more of his poetry for sure. I hope he pushes the buttons. Hi, Christy. Yeah. Yes, Thursday, I recommend publishing. Oh, boo, I published 2 illustrated poetry books a few years ago. I had total control. I was very happy to have hard copies of my work.
That's awesome, man.
That's very nice. That's a whammon. Thank you very much. Be gender safe. Actually, technically, it's a he. You know, not he, him. He.
What?
I don't know if that's insensitive. it's an inside joke, basically. You know, like Gateway Process works at a company that's very. You have to add your pronouns after your email tag.
Oh.
So the person can know when they respond to you without offending you. And hers is. her pronoun. So you can't say, I'm going to email him. You have to say, I'm going to email he. Please talk to he about this email that I just sent he.
That's mean, man.
Oh,
It's like a joke. Or
yes,
is that actual reality?
That's technically like legal binding, you know. It's on emails. So yes, technically yes. The name of the ganja, the reefer, the holy sticky icky. Thank you, Brother Bear, for sending so much vibes, man. Definitely not safe for work here. I can link this one. Thank you, dear friends. I actually have to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna pull a card. And we're gonna exercise. Oh goodness, talking about exercise, I should probably
Well, this is extremely awkward.
talk to them, Christian. You can do it. You can
So how does he do this usually? Does he just spout things off the top of his head and then takes you on a whole monologue, a sort of story? Does he tell you stories about himself, about South Africa? What do you guys actually find? You know, is it the deep stuff? Is it the... Hi, hello. I'm a temporary replacement for the time being. Or for those of us just joining, yes, I've killed Melt, I've buried his corpse, and I'm taking over the channel. Thank you guys very much for always being so dope. As always, for supporting my friend. Thank you for being kind, including to each other, for providing a safe space for everyone else. Those are important things. It's kind of one of the main goals that he's trying to achieve, is a safe space where people can be open about pretty much everything and be accepted for that. A story about South Africa. Okay. Well, on the rare occasion that you do decide to go for a run in the neighborhood, outside of your prison-high walls with electricity all around them, sometimes with spikes and electricity, yeah, you'll realize that it's actually quite peaceful outside. There's a lot of beautiful trees. It's many birds of different colors, lots of songs. Sometimes the jacarandas are out in this time.
the purple.
The purple. You get to run in some purple streets. Actual purple
They're
streets.
gorgeous. I feel like that's one of my favorite parts about Victoria.
That was hard, bro. It's easy being the guest.
It's a process, man. I'm happy that you went for it, dude. You could have just been like very zen.
Zen, just stare
in complete silence.
stare at the camera in a dull, hypnotic way.
Do you think you would have been panicking or actually relaxed in that state?
Pretty relaxed. Pretty relaxed, I have to say.
Yeah, because as soon as you get over the barrier...
In fact, I think I'd kill to just get like 5 minutes on a microphone that the entire world could hear.
Just...
Listen!
Right.
You fucking sons of bitches! Wake the fuck up! Wake up! Be good to one another! Love one another!
It's not that much.
Stop it!
It's real simple.
Stop with the selfishness! Stop the sinning! Just love each other! Damn it!
Looks, see you have 2 minutes left. I have fucking 4 minutes. Everything you could ever want to hear is said in the 2. What am I supposed to say right now? What more do I want to say? Is this confusing? I mean, like everybody, like in their heads, dude. Like if you could just suddenly be the voice of God in every single person's head, you know, for 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
Okay, so read this. Is all of SA that way or just the inner cities? In terms of the walls, bro.
The walls?
I was talking about like the prison high walls. With
Oh.
the electric fences. And the guards walking outside.
Like it's more.
That's also true. Tell him I have guards.
Yeah, he has guards.
I have guards.
He has guards. They're his guards.
They're my guards.
Yep, he pays them and stuff.
They're not my guards. I technically
They
pay them,
technically
right?
it is. I mean,
I
you know,
technically pay them.
he pays rent for his apartment building. I guess you know it's South Africa. You know, things are relatively safe. I just feel there's this, you know, fear-based mentality that's perpetuated, you know, pretty much everywhere.
There's a reason for the fences and the guards, though. Don't listen to him.
Dude, you're so
From-
far away, dude, from...
Do you know how many ambulances I hear around here?
I hear a lot of ambulances.
I hear
as
a
well.
lot of ambulances around.
So many ambulances. Dude, people are getting ambulanced. Oh, goodness.
It makes for an interesting life. You appreciate
That and the police sirens, you know, I was mentioning to Christian that I was like, I haven't heard that in such a long time that it's almost weird for me to be hearing that right now. And
Pull a card and stop talking about the morbid shit.
love is true. Love is true nonetheless, you know. I've got here and I met this person after all. If I weren't here, I would have had none of that. High crime rate will do that. Oh yeah. So many crimes. You know, is
Crimes all the time.
Is Johannesburg the worst? Yeah.
Yeah.
Johannesburg, I think Cape Town
is the
close
worst.
second. Yeah,
No, I
technically.
think Cape Town is the worst.
It
and
might still be the worst.
Joburg is second.
Yeah. It's
Cape Town is bad.
It's a hard knock life for us. I believe that we.
And yet people still live so happily over there.
I was about to say that I believe people have to be closer than ever, right? In South Africa, like people have to rely on each other because we can't rely on our government, we can't rely on our police force. We have to rely on each other.
What the fuck am I looking
We're
at?
attracting the sex demons, dude. Actual demons of sex.
What is that?
They're
Putin
porn.
didn't find a girl.
They're porn
Only
sites.
Putin didn't find
It's
a
the
girl.
porn site bot spammer.
Wow, on Tube.
On the YouTubes, call it card 50, dude. You're gonna try and do some magic. Let's see what the universe gives. You're gonna have to say stop, Christian.
I do.
Yeah. Are you looking?
Stop.
I mean, you okay? 34. You wanna guess more? Reversed. It's. I don't wanna give away anything. Just like my brain is kind of getting still tickled. So, you probably have gotten your guesses in. There is technically a wheel of light, right? Look at the rainbow wheel of lighting, Toast. So I feel technically you were right in there, but the card is not card number 23. The Mountain Apus. Very sick card. It's not 50 or Melt would have died. Yeah, I probably would have lost my mind. This is true. Damn it, I gave it away without having to give it away. Sorry. Can you give me this book? It is.
The fellow,
I saw.
clicking your
My brain was like,
fucking hands
that
on
is
me, bro.
exactly where it is.
What am
But
I
don't
to
know.
you, dude?
I didn't
That's what I'm
ask
saying,
you.
bro.
It was more of like almost imagine game-esque. As soon as you realize the item, there's a shwing, or you hear the little, you click the button and then pa-ching-ching. Want to show them again? Maybe show the card to the screen.
Didn't you
actually.
pick it up reversed? Wasn't it upside down? Isn't that what you
Maybe.
call reversed?
Maybe I'll read both. The thing I'm really noticing is just the wheel of light. So this card goes: the Mountain Apis, sacred places and energy grids.
You activated my trick.
This card honors sacred places around the planet, and here the ancient city of Machu Picchu, in Peru is recognized as
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu is recognized as a World Heritage Site and is reserved as one of the most compelling and majestic sacred sites on the planet. The green dome-shaped mountains that surround the peak on which Machu Picchu was built stirs my imagination and inspired this unconventional view of the city. The Andean people call these mountains Apus, which means mountain spirits. Communications with these great beings and the importance of reserving sacred sites guide this message. There are places all around our planet that by cultural tradition, placement on the earth grids, and by your own intuition, will bring you into alignment with the energy grids. As you are called to these places of power, remember to always go in a sacred manner, with respect for the people and for the cultures of the region. Recognize that as you are called to journey to these regions and feel the spirit of place that resides there, you are connecting wisdom traditions old and new in a manner that can enhance your personal worldview, as well as aid in the reconnection of energy grids. And we pulled it reverse today, which says, the earth energies of your home base provide you with all the comfort that you need at this time. Earth base. Home. We're all living on Earth. Everything is made by humans on Earth. That's the way it should be.
Not everything, but anyway.
How much do you think we're making in space right now? And we're still using the Earth's gravity, so technically it's still Earth. Though. It was made out of the Earth in the first place.
Bruh, Earth is making things on Earth through us.
That's true as well. Is that the kid who went to Nam? Yes, he...
Who went to Nam, bro?
We know someone who went to Nam.
Oh.
Our beloved friend.
That's not a kid.
He's a man.
He's a man.
He's a man. How dare you? No Viet Cong, Vietnam. He's there though. He's been well. Did you say it's card 33? I was close. Card 23, unfortunately. You guys are the best, just for your information. We're just mirrors to what you are, dear friend. Thank you for joining us, for sharing these moments. Good man right here. Mirrors to you, right? I heard this beautiful quote that has been staying with me yesterday. The quote that we were watching, where instead of thinking of art as something completely useless, art is supposed to be you holding a mirror back to the universe. So anything that does that, anything that holds a mirror back to the universe is a work of art. Right? You were seeing yourself right now. Siobhan, thank you for joining me. This is Molly. Good day to you. Thank you for popping in, dear friend. It's so nice to see you too. She's saying hi to you as well, Christian.
Mahalo.
Love to you, dear friends. See you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.